Okay, welcome to IST 440, another online session. Today's session written by J. Dub, directed by J. Dub, produced by J. Dub, filmed by Matt Bodek, and starring yours truly, J. Dub. Anyway, today we're talking about the project definition report and format. This is due 2 weeks after you start. So once you form your teams, which you did today, then you have 2 weeks to complete this at our next class session. And for my online friends, we're actually here live with the live 440 Not that you guys are not live, but this is the face-to-face class. So we're taking my presentation to the students. They'll be asking questions, and you'll get the same information that they do. The project definition report, as you probably remember from 420, is sometimes referred to as a feasibility study. And you may remember I'm big on TOES, because everybody has a bunch of TOES, and TOES stands for the technical, the operational, the economic, the scope, and the extra S for the schedule. So those are the, however many pieces that was, that's extremely important. So the technical feasibility is basically about how are you going to do your project? What are we going to use? We're going to use a SQL database, or are we using MySQL or Microsoft SQL Server or something else, but we want to use a relational database. MySQL is pretty bug-free now. The last few years it's been working very good. Many of my students have used that. So in the technological piece is where you're telling me what you're going to use. Operational feasibility is how does it fit into the operation. For example, one of our teams here is doing a presentation project on hours tracking for the student employees of the IT department. So how will this new system fit into their operations? It's going to improve their efficiency and so forth. So that's what you're going to document. The economic feasibility, well, you guys are all pretty much working for free, so it really doesn't affect you. However, what I want you to do as you create your Gantt charts, you're going to put in estimated hours for each task, and I want you to pay each of your team members what's a good sum? Let's use $20 an hour. It's low, it's high, who cares, but it's plenty of money. So it's just a way of you tracking how much this project's actually going to cost, and then as you go through the project, you'll see how your estimates were, or did you estimate low or high or right on. So that's the $20. The next piece is that's the economics and benefits. You got to list some benefits for your project. They can be tangible or intangible. Tangible benefits are things you can feel, touch, and measure. Intangible are just that they're intangible. Difficult to put a price tag on. Out of curiosity, are there any questions yet? Typical IST students, no questions. And how's the pace? I feel like I'm going a little fast. I know you guys, it's 5 o'clock, you guys want to go home. The other piece of the S is the scope. Scope's critical because this is what you're actually going to do in the project. And you can make the case that if it's not listed in the scope statement, you're not going to do it. Okay, so it's very important to have a properly documented scope statement. Because this is what you're going to be held to if you were writing a contract. This is what you say you're going to do. And it's the basis, the beginning of the user requirements, which is the later phase. The last one is the schedule. In the past, I had students create their own schedule, their own Gantt chart. But for this one here, I have 2 Gantt charts in files that you can send me an email for, and I'll send you one. One is the traditional system development lifecycle. The other is for rapid application development. Both of these Gantt charts are not all inclusive. You may still have to add some tasks, but I can guarantee you the phases, the activities, and probably 80% of the tasks are already there. So all you have to do is take that file, add the additional tasks, add your resources, your start dates and end dates, and your $20 per hour for each of your co-workers or co-project conspirators. Any questions? For my online group, both files are located on the planning phase page. You should be able to find them. If you have trouble finding them, then send me an email and I will forward you the appropriate ones as well. Most of you should be using the rapid application development lifecycle. Questions on that? Other than that, for writing it, I recommend you follow the format I have here. And the I use this format where I used to work when I worked at the Fed, and it was well thought out. You know, people really kicked it around for a while. It's actually a very good format. I can't say I developed it myself, but it's what we use, and obviously nobody had to copyright that. But essentially, each paragraph in the executive summary should begin a paragraph somewhere else in the technical, operational, or economic portion of it. So follow the format. And what's the usual question I get on feasibility study or project definition reports? Back there, yes. The question was, how long does this have to be? Well, I can't tell you how long it has to be, but I should tell you it has to be long enough to convey the idea. Generally, somewhere between, not counting the Gantt chart, I would say 5 to 8 pages is about the max. And 5 to 8 is pretty good. The Gantt chart is going to be maybe 4 pages at the task level. Other questions? No questions. How about my online students? Any questions? Okay, everybody, have a good weekend. Thank you.